Hey everyone, it's Brian here from Strigler Photography. So just a warning, I am feeling a little sick. It was worse yesterday, but I'm surviving today. So I'm going to do my best to be energetic and try and make this interesting. If you notice the furry thing, it's my boy Finn. Now we've had him a week now. Ugh, still trying to adjust to all the things. Oh. Uh, anyway, so I promised I'd show him off so you can oh, see him as he grows. It's me crazy in like a few months. I won't be able to hold him like this because he's gonna be gigantic. All right. Anyway. So welcome to Wednesday wedding tips. As I promised, I'm going to try and make these videos every Wednesday where I'm giving you helpful information, tips to make your wedding go smoother, make your wedding more interesting or whatever. Oh, Brock, that didn't take very long for you to make that comment. I will be talking about the DJ, Brock, so I will bring that up for sure. So for this Wednesday, I am going to kind of share some tips for getting that crazy, energetic dance party going at your wedding. So first of all, let me say, not every bride wants a crazy dance party, okay? And that's perfectly fine. I mean, some weddings are more chill and laid back and people just hang out and talk, and that's perfectly fine. You can do whatever you want at your wedding. It's your wedding. But then there are those weddings that have a dance floor and they want people dancing and it just isn't happening. You've got maybe like two kids out there going crazy or like the same two adults, and it's just these people dancing all night long, and it's really kind of awkward and weird, but you've got just a few people dancing. So what I'm going to be talking about is how to get that dance floor like packed and full, if that's what you're going for. If you want that big dance party, how do you make that happen? So a few tips for that. So the first thing I will say, if you can see the comments, Brock already pointed this out. You need to hire a DJ, okay? If you are just hooked up your iPhone to a speaker and you're playing a random playlist, that's not going to get a bunch of people out there dancing. So first of all, the big suggestion is hire a DJ. And even within the DJ market, the DJs are very, very different. You've got some DJs that just basically play music and they sit there and they play music and there's like no interaction whatsoever. Then you have other DJs that are much more involved. They'll say things. Yes, Brock. The right DJs, the ones that know what music to play at the right time. They can feel a crowd out and can figure out what type of music it is they want to hear. But then there are those DJs also, like I said, that will interact with the crowd. They'll actually talk to people. They'll say things, do things to get people out there. And those DJs are the ones with the experience that are going to get people interested and out there on the dance floor, and are going to stay out there. There are a bunch of tricks that DJs can do, and the more experience they have, the more they know. There's this one trick they like to do. It's like this group photo thing. It's like, everyone get on the dance floor for a group photo. And so they're doing this group photo thing. And right at the end of the group photo, they throw on some dance song, and that's one way they can get everyone out there on the dance floor. So that's one thing. So besides that, the DJ, I think the actual space and environment will affect whether or not people want to dance. So if you have a tiny dance floor, people probably aren't going to dance. What's up, Simpson? Man, we got all types of people watching today. So, I mean, depending on the space, I mean, if it's a tiny dance floor, you're not going to have a ton of people out there. If you're stuck in a corner, if you're far away from everybody, I've seen dance floors outside. And if it's outside and it's raining or it's cold, people aren't going to want to do that. Even the lighting and stuff will affect that. So you need to think about, what is the environment going to be like? Is it something that's going to be pushing people and motivating people to be out on the dance floor? Is it going to be hindering them? So think about that. Think about when you're planning where to put the dance floor. Is it going to help, or is it going to kind of hurt the situation? It also depends on the crowd, the people that you invite to your wedding. If it's a small wedding, that's going to be harder to have a bunch of people out there. I hate to say it, if it's older people, it may be harder to get people out there. But if it's a lively young group and there's a lot of them, then you're going to have a better chance. So if you get think about your guests. Are they the type of people that are going to want to dance? You may be hurting yourself just by the people that are there. So if you got a young group, a lively group, you're going to have more chance of doing that. So sometimes you may not have that control. As Brock has already mentioned, and this is the next point I was going to make, if you want people to dance, you need to be out on the dance floor as the bride and groom. People are going to want to be around you. They're going to want to follow you. And if you're sitting at a table, they're going to go over there and talk to you at the table. If you're out on the dance floor, they're going to want to be out on the dance floor with you. So you kind of have to set an example for them. Get out there and people will follow you. If you're having fun on the dance floor, then other people are going to have fun on the dance floor too. But if you're hiding in a corner, people will probably not want to dance as well. Okay. And the last one, and hopefully this doesn't offend anyone or bother anyone. Alcohol can kind of help. Get some old courage juice in there, and people are much more likely to get out on the dance floor when they're not too concerned about how they look or how people view them or think about them. And I know that sounds horrible. I'm not saying people should get tanked, because then it just gets crazy and more ugly than anything. I've seen some people that have had too much to drink and then they're out there on the dance floor and it becomes a problem. So if you're having alcohol, that may also kind of help people get the courage to get out there and dance. I'm not saying you have to have it to make people dance, but that also will always make things a little easier for people. Okay, so Brock, if you have anything else to add, just let me see if you've said anything else. Okay, he hasn't added anything else. He is kind of the dance king expert. So shout out to Brock. If you are looking for a DJ, Brock Entertainment is pretty awesome. So I wasn't planning on plugging him, but there you go. So anyway, so again, those things I would kind of suggest, I said, get a good DJ, make sure the bride and groom are out there, and, make sure they're having a good time, make sure the environment is set up and it's a good situation where people will want to be out there. Let's see, make sure you have the right crowd, first of all, and then throw some alcohol into the mix, and then it's going to be a crazy time. Okay, I've been talking for like 8 minutes now. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Brock, for all your useful tips. I will be back next Wednesday with some other random Wednesday wedding tip. Hopefully this has been helpful. If you have any ideas, if you want to hear about anything else, feel free to comment, send me a message, whatever. Okay, I can't think of anything else. All right, guys, have a great Wednesday.